Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Same, if this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. You all are the real MVP. So today we'll be talking about modern day lynching that it's going on. And I saw a comment actually that said, I am happy that things like this are no longer happening. And I am sad to tell you that things like this are still going on. Lynching in the right, it's still happening in 24th century. And people think it's a joke, but it is not a joke. I will be going into this. I have talked about back in the day lynching, and right now is the modern day lynching that they do, and it is not even hidden. Like, it's something that it's very so much alive right now, and a lot of people are coming up creating awareness about it, but it looks like nothing is happening about it. Stay glued to the screen, do not touch the dial. Let me roll the clip.
Rather, the DOJ or FBI was investigating the death of Jones and at least 7 other black men found hanging in Mississippi. A spokesperson responded, "We were aware of all the matters and reviewed them all. We have no further comments." So not a lot of information. I mean, I think in your reporting, I saw there was a lot of stonewalling. I think this is something that's so interesting as well, because there was this case that you revisit in your reporting where 10 white teenagers, essentially beat a man to death. That they ran over him with this car. And I think why this is so poignant is because when you look at pictures of lynchings, this was a family affair. I mean, white women brought their children. There were families there having lemonade and watching somebody get mutilated and burned to death. So the fact that these children who witnessed this are still alive in Mississippi, it's a head scratcher.
Yeah, in that case, that was a case in 2011 of Craig Anderson, who was fatally beaten and attacked by white teenagers who were hunting for black people. They said that they were actually hunting for black people. The federal judge in that case, during one of the sentencing hearings, said that this case evoked Mississippi's very disturbing legacy of lynching. So yes, there is, the state is very haunted by its past of horrors of racial terror lynchings. And as you said in your opening, Mississippi had the most lynchings in U.S. history. So it's disturbing for many of the black families when they find black men and black teenagers hanging from trees. They immediately think lynching.
And the fact that the police officer or the police force on scene with the case that you write about, they made this assessment within 45 minutes. Something equally disturbing, Cindy Hyde-Smith, she's a senator from Mississippi. She made a lynching joke when she was running for Senate, and still was able to win her seat, which was quite disturbing. One of the men that you write about, he was found hanged with a dog chain as a noose. That doesn't seem like something that someone would use to hang themselves with, even though the psychology of harming yourself, but that seems very strange to me.
Right. The family in that case say that there are a lot of unanswered questions. Families are raising legitimate questions. Yes, his name was Nick Taylor. He was 23. He was found in 2003 with his own dog's chain wrapped around his neck. So yeah, it raises a lot of questions. There were other cases that I listed. Roy Veal, for example, had a pillowcase over his head. He was found in 2004. He'd recently returned to Mississippi to fight for his family's land. Otis Bird was found with a bed sheet wrapped around his neck. Philip Carroll, who was 22, he was found in 2007.
Yeah, you all see all this, and somebody is gonna come tell me that lynching is no longer going on, and the fact that most of them know it's going on. And just this is only from Mississippi, right? Not from like all the states, because like a lot of people are coming online to create awareness on this and telling people, be careful the people you hang out with, because there are some cities or there are some communities where as a black person you cannot even pass. And you heard what she said, that some of the people that went lynching with their parents are still alive. So for the fact that they witnessed all that with their parents or grandparents or something like that, it is still in them. For them, they personally feel like it is okay to lynch a black person or to kill a black person. And the fact that police are tagging all this murder, it's very, very scary. Anyways, we keep up. They target what? Suicide. Sorry about that. They target suicide. And how did somebody that went out probably to walk his dog, and see, I don't know how to explain this, but it is more like atrocity for a black person to commit suicide. It is rare. It is very rare for a black person to commit suicide. It is not common. And for people to keep saying that, and they keep saying suicide, it is not true. We don't wake up and commit suicide. I am telling you the reality, not just as a black American, even Africans. It's something that they, it is hard for people to wake up and hear that somebody committed suicide. It does not happen. It is probably 1 out of 100 or 2 out of, do you understand what I am saying? So for them to keep saying it is suicide, no, something is going on and something needs to be done. And yes, please, something really needs to be done. And you all got to be very careful out there. Let's keep going.
Well, this beautiful lady's name is Gloria Bamboo, and she was from McKinney, Texas. On July 12th of last year, Gloria was found mysteriously hung in her roommate's garage. After a very quick investigation by the police, they called Gloria's death a suicide. The crazy thing is, since then, video evidence has emerged proving that the roommate actually hung Gloria. This wasn't a suicide. It was a lynching. The horrible thing is, it's not getting any national news attention because he's white and Gloria's black. Well, let's change that for Gloria, TikTok. Let's get Gloria the justice she so desperately deserves. I want you to comment, like, duet, share, and boost this. Let's get her murderer brought to justice. Also, call the McKinney, Texas Police Department and demand that they reopen the investigation into Gloria's death. Let's get justice.
What else is there to talk about? This case is open and closed. Left to right, up and down. What is there left to talk about? This case is open and closed.
Ahmad Arbery was lynched on February 23rd, 2020. The McMichaels were not arrested until May 7th, 74 days later. The day that Ahmad was lynched, the district attorney told the local police department to make no arrests. The next day, a different district attorney from a different county also said to make no arrests. 5 days later, that district attorney took over the case. On April 7th, that same district attorney said to make no arrests, after which he recused himself from the case due to his relationship with the McMichaels. The McMichaels felt so protected by their whiteness and police connections that they released the footage of them lynching Ahmad to a local news station. And they felt comfortable releasing it because they thought they were going to get away with it. Alright, I'm tired of all you fucking dummies coming on here playing fucking semantics saying it was a murder, not a lynching. Newsflash, you're fucking wrong. A lynching is an extrajudicial execution of somebody who is presumed to be a threat by a group and is typically made a public spectacle, aka when there's a video of it, like the one that McMichael Sr. chose to release. Pursuit by a lynching party. Even the UN calls it a lynching. This is real life, not a movie. Lynchings are not dudes in white hoods with pitchforks and torches hanging somebody from a tree. Don't diminish the horror that happened to Ahmad Arbery because it makes you uncomfortable. Now, disrespectfully, shut the fuck up. Really gonna come and try and correct a fucking English teacher about what words mean? Come on.
A man named Peter Bernardo was shot 9 times as he went out with one of his co-workers. On top of that, he was a Jamaican immigrant. Apparently, he was invited to a hunting trip by a couple of his co-workers. Clearly, they wasn't hunting no deer. And ironically enough, you can't find the actual killer's face anywhere on Google. But you know damn well, if this was a black man in reverse, he will be found guilty until innocent. Be careful going out with these white co-workers, y'all, and repent.
Who may not know your history. Years ago, when a black man was going to be lynched, you know how you see a sign on property, house for sale? They post signs, lynching today.
That's right.
It was signs posted on buildings. They're going to be a lynching today. And many parents will pack lunches for their children. And they tie a black man up, and while he's burning, they will bring marshmallows. And children will allow their marshmallows to cook in the fire while a black man is roasting right in front of their eyes. If you raise up children and program them that evil is good, their children will come along.
A few days ago in Akron, Ohio, police stopped 25-year-old Jaylen Walker for a broken taillight. Jaylen fled the scene during the traffic stop and got out of the car and started running away from the police. Recently released body cam footage shows that he did not in fact shoot at the police and he did not reach for a gun in his waistband. But the police shot him over 60 times and then handcuffed his lifeless body behind his back. Jaylen's crime was having a broken taillight. The punishment for running from the police is not death. Just a few minutes ago, police pulled over Robert Crimo, a person of interest in the shooting that took place in Highland Park this morning. He was stopped by a traffic cop, led the cop on a short chase, and was arrested without incident. This guy, who was accused of being armed and dangerous, who was named as a person of interest at a mass shooting this morning, pulled over by police, led them on a chase, arrested without incident.
So now, when I say that modern day lynching is still going on, please, it is still going on. I know what I'm saying. And before I put up any video, I actually do make research, and so I absolutely know what I am saying. All right. So yeah, you all heard all what they got to say and all that. It is not me making them up. People are still creating awareness because it is still going on. The modern day lynching that they call suicide. It is not suicide. It is lynching. And this really got to stop. This is where I am going to call it a day. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And see you all in my next video. Bye for now.